What's going on, world? What it do? Welcome to another edition of the 2-Minute Tune Up. Listen, for those of you watching on YouTube, this is going to be a little bit longer than 2 minutes. But for those of you on socials, on IG, Instagram, and TikTok, 2-Minute Tune Up here. But if you'd like to see the full version, please go on over to YouTube and like, share, subscribe at Coach Walt Enterprises on YouTube, and check out IamCoachWalt.com to see how I can serve you. That brings us directly into today's topic, servitude, right? Being a servant. Okay, so last week we talked about, or last time we were together, we talked about pride. And we talked about how detrimental pride is to life, and how pride has the ability to show up in every area. And especially when we don't acknowledge that it's there, it has the ability to grow into such an enormous force that it can tear us down. It can eliminate all the progress that we have made. And one of the greatest ways to eliminate pride is to become a servant, and to understand that servitude is the greatest thing that we can do beyond just trusting God, right? Becoming a servant and understanding what that truly means can help to unlock the doors in your life that seem to be like closed just a little bit too tight. Right? It's that extra key, right? Sometimes there's a couple locks on the door, and becoming a servant is the key to one of those locks. We talked about Solomon and how in the middle of his life, pride almost destroyed everything that God had given him. You know, God promised Solomon that he would be, because of his desire initially to serve, right, with wisdom and knowledge, is where God expanded him to the realm of, we'll say financially especially, untouchable. God said no man would ever be as financially secure and rich as Solomon. That's what he said. But it was because of Solomon's desire to serve with his wisdom and knowledge. And so when I look at that, I say, okay, God, well, help me follow that example. And so every morning when I walk into my office, over on the whiteboard is a prayer that Solomon prayed, and I say it. You know, it's, dear Lord, give me the wisdom to do the thing you put me on this earth to do in a way that pleases you and serves the people you put me here to serve. So in business, one of the biggest things that I strive to do is see how what I offer can serve the people who are coming to me, right? What is it that I can do to put myself in a serving capacity to make your life, your business better? It's one of the questions that I ask the entrepreneurs that I coach. Like, what can I do to serve you? And the answer is nuanced differently, usually, but it's based on the gifts and the talents and abilities that God has already given me. Why? Because God will send me people to serve who need the service I provide. who need my level of servitude, servanthood, whatever you want to say. And so even in your life, in your business, okay, if you'll pray that prayer, what'll happen is you'll begin to receive an influx of inquiries, of requests, of people, whether you have a product or a service, whatever that looks like, an influx of people who are looking for what you have to offer to serve them. Why? Because it's service that brings prosperity, that brings wealth, that brings success, that brings riches. It's service. Too often, though, we try to turn that service into the service of self. Once again, our pride, right? Our ego. Because this is what we want to serve people, because this is what we want to give out, then this is what people have to take. And man, you wouldn't believe how many entrepreneurs and business, owners I talk to who tell me like, well, we got a great product, we have a great service. And usually they do. They do have a great product or a great service. However, it's not a product or a service that people want. It's not meeting the need. It's not serving the audience. It's serving themselves. It's something they feel good about. It makes them happy. It boosts their ego and their pride. And so they're losing daily because they won't relinquish their pride and their service of themselves in order to serve the people that God put them here to serve. And I am amazed oftentimes that, at how much people struggle with that. Consumers are going to tell you what they want. They are. It's up to you to produce what they want, not what you want them to have. There was only one person that I can think of truly who was able to tell the marketplace what it wanted and then give it to them and then tell them what they wanted again and then give it to them and people eat it up. That one person was Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs told you that you wanted an iPod first. And we said, oh, yes, we do want music in our hand. we do. Thank you. And then he told us that we wanted an iPhone. And we said, oh, you know what? Yes, we do. We do want this portable device that allows us to communicate. Even though there are already cellular devices that have been out for years, we want this one because you said we want this one. And you're giving us all these things. And then he created the App Store, right? And he said, you know what? You want apps developed by not just me, but by anybody out there who has a cool idea to make this device better. And we said, you know what? Yes, we do. And so on and so on. But the marketplace rarely works that way. Usually it's the consumer telling you, hey, I want this product or service, or I want this need to be met this way, or just as efficiently as possible with a quality offer, product or service. That's usually how it works. But all too often, we don't know our target audience in the first place. So we don't even know what people God has put us here to serve. So we can't serve them. So what we end up doing is spinning our wheels and serving ourselves. Even outside of the marketplace, in our home, we don't understand fully and know fully who God has placed in our lives to serve. Whether that be our partner, significant other, our spouse, our kids, our friends. We don't know them. We haven't asked God how to serve them. And so we spin our wheels trying to love people and to serve people the way we want to. And all we keep doing is pushing them further and further away. Just like the consumer in the marketplace, we push them further and further away because we're trying to offer them something that we feel is good, but it's not good to them. And it doesn't serve them. And so my prayer every morning isn't just for business as I sit at my desk or stand at my desk. It's not just for business. It's for my family. It's for everyone that I have the ability to come in contact with, the privilege to come in contact with on a daily basis. Lord, allow me to serve them in a way that pleases you. And ultimately draws them closer to you also. Become a servant, not of yourself, but of the people that God put you here to serve. Your life will be fuller. You will be more successful. You will win. Till next time, 2 minutes.